Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Margaret. I can see you on here. Hello, hello. It is Sunday, the 13th of October. I am Emma Goddard, and you will find me at coastalcrafter.com. Hope you are all doing well. Today is my mum's birthday. So we have just had a birthday tea. I wasn't sure if I was going to come on live. I wasn't sure how late we would be. But we have finished up, and I thought I would still jump on, albeit a little bit late. I hope you've all had a good week and nice weekend. Hey Sue, hey Joanna, hi Barry. Hope you are all well. I have a few new bits and pieces to show you this evening. I've got a couple of bits from the new online exclusives. We've been able to pre-order them in October, and they'll be live to everyone in November. I've also got a kit. It's been out a little while, but it's the ornament kit. So I thought I would just open and share that as well, if you haven't seen that up close. And we'll do a little bit of making, maybe only one card this evening, just because I came on a little bit later. And there's usual Sunday things to sort out, isn't there? Washing and whatnot, boring stuff, before the week ahead. So have I used all that thread yet? No, not yet. And luckily I've got 2 packets too, so we're good. I'm gonna show that thread in a minute. Right, let's have a look. I won't hang around on here. Let's have a look at the desk, and I will share some goodies with you. If you're here on the replay, welcome to you also. Let's get my desk view and share with you a few goodies. Hey, Anne-Marie, Eloise is here as well. Wendy, hello, hello. Right, what have we got? We have got, so there is a new bundle coming, which is called Cake Celebration. Evening, Emma, watching. Oh, are you watching with the Sunday Crafters? Oh, how lovely. So this is the Cake Celebration. There is wedding, anniversary, birthday. And you've got the happy birthday, happy anniversary, wedding day, and celebrate. So you've got lots of combinations of words. You've got some lovely little flowers in here and some leaves, candles, just kind of texture, a lovely cake base, and then the layers to make up the various cakes. And alongside that, there are dies, which there are 14. So you've got this little cute cake banner topper thing. Isn't that sweet? The cake stand, icing, and then bands that way, or layers and stripes. So you've got all sorts of combinations to make up various different cakes. So I'm looking forward to playing with that one. Oh, thanks, Sylvia. We're in the midst of Bake Off season, aren't we, here? So the new season of Bake Off has started, so I feel that's quite apt. So that is the cake one. We have got Hearts of Elegance. There is some paper. There's some lovely paper coming with this one. So you've got hearts and leaves and these flowers. And then some big scripty. I love the hugs and kisses. Sending lots of love is great for not just Valentine's, but any kind of sending lots of love, thinking of you, birthdays, etc. And then more specifically, like Valentine's and my heart belongs to you, and love you and things. So that is the stamps. They are 90% on the front, so they're a little bit bigger in size inside. And then there is some dies with this one. As I say, I'm keeping an eye out for the paper coming back into or not into stock, back into stock, for us in the UK, because we haven't been able to order it yet. But it's some lovely foiled pinks and golds. But look at these big hearts, huge. And then lovely stitched heart, and then the flowers and the leaves will cut out the these elements. So you've got those to cut out, but those hearts are a good size. I don't think we've had hearts quite that big in, oh, I don't know. I was going to say a long time. I don't remember having hearts. Maybe I just haven't bought them, but I don't remember having hearts quite that big. But I was going to maybe just run that through for you because it's got some lovely texture around the outside there. That will not, I don't think it'll fit through the mini. Let's have a little look. It's just over 4 inches, but you'd get away a 4-inch piece of cardstock. That's 4 inches wide, and you would fit the heart on that way, but that is just slightly over the 4 inches. So let me run it through and I will show you. The script's gorgeous, isn't it, Bianca? Love the font on that one. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. So you've got some lovely dotty stippled around the outside, so it gives you 4 rows of like lovely dots. But yeah, good size. And then you've got this lovely like leafy stitched one as well. But yeah, looking forward to using those. They're lovely. I knew exactly what you meant, Bianca. Let's pop that back in the. Oh, do you know what? I might hang on to that for a minute. I might use that tonight. Let's see. So Sue alluded to the gold thread. So I bought 2. You can buy 2 consumables on pre-order, and I bought 2 of these. I might have bought 20 if they'd been available. But there is a new gold twisted thread. Hi Chris. So it is, what have I done with my gold? Now I'm just going to find, I think I might put it out the way. Hang on a second. I will just find here it is. So this is the gold from the Elegant Trim, Simply Elegant Trim. So that's the difference in colour. So this is more yellowy gold, and then this is a more kind of a softer white gold, I guess, a softer gold. And then in terms of thickness, they're similar, but this one is definitely thicker than this one. So this one has got like foil. This is the old Elegant Trim. It's got tinsely kind of foil bits around the outside, and then there's a core yellow thread. If you've ever pulled this apart, there is a yellow thread running through the middle. Hook that out, and you've got you can kind of slightly untwist them. I think I've done that before. You can pull them apart, and you get these like foily, tinsely bits. So that's the Elegant Trim. The new one is a twisted fine thread of lots of little, like, untwist it, just so you can see how it's made up slightly differently. Like untwist. Then you've just got, snip that apart. You've got these separate threads that twist together. So there's 6 threads that make it up, but no core to that one. So you could get the thinner threads on your projects a little bit easier than you can by untwisting this one. This is not it's not impossible, but it is much harder to pull this one apart if you want thinner bits of thread. So that's the difference. This one also, hey Paul, this one also, when you tie it into a bow, will stay really easy, like it'll stay nicely in a bow, and it doesn't want to keep springing apart and unpopping. This one needs a little bit more persuading to stay together. You can also do like double bows with this one, like you can your linen thread. So you would be able to far more easily get double bows and twists of this. I am a fan. I used this one a lot and I loved it because it was the gold and silver that we had, and it did some fabulous things, like, you know, loops of the gold, and would sit really nicely with that shiny gold behind. But this one is even better. I really like it. I like it a lot. I'd like to see it in other shiny colours, maybe like a copper as well would be lovely, wouldn't it? Or like a navy, a shiny navy for a change. Right, so that is a different. I've probably more than you might have needed to know about gold thread, but you know, it's good to know the details. You can't always get the close-ups, can you, in the photos? So there you go. That is the difference. And then we have some new Riverside irregular pearls. So we've got some like this. Let me find my. Aren't they pretty? Where are the pearls that we've currently? I don't know if I've got any. I might have used them all. Oh, flat. I've got a few, very few flat backed adhesive pearls. I literally have 2. So that is the larger size of the flat back pearls. I've used the smaller ones, but that just gives you an idea of difference in size. If you think, oh, I've got these already, they're quite big. They're nice, but they're quite big. So these are a little bit smaller. For sort of card, and they're a little bit, maybe a little bit narrower if you're putting them onto card projects. And you've got kind of a greeny, a grey, and then a very iridescent colour, but yeah, very pretty. Oh, that's good, Sue. You've got your gold arriving tomorrow. I'm sure not just the 2 reels of I'm sure it's not just the 2 reels of gold. I'm sure there's a few things accompanying that. But I'm glad to hear they're on their way to you. Right, let's put those back. We've also got this one, Sharing, Loving, Crafting. Crafted with you in mind. There's a copyright stamping up in larger and smaller, which is quite nice. You've got the larger font and the smaller font for the Stampin' Up. You have got Sharing What I Love, Loving What I Do, Just to Brighten Your Day, Happiness Inside, Handcrafted By. So all really nice when you're putting your hand stamped cards either out for sale or just for, you know, just to brighten your day would be lovely on an envelope, wouldn't it? Happiness Inside. I mean, wouldn't that be nice on the outside of an envelope? Any of these would be great, wouldn't they? So there is that. And then this one, I really like this. I really gravitate. I thought, oh, that's a bit different. I do like a background stamp anyway. I don't know if you're with me on that. I do like a background. But it's got some flowers and foliage and stuff coming down here, and then it's got some swallows, and just thought like little bees going through, just really delicate, and I thought that was really, really lovely. So yeah, just a large background one. So I thought we'd stamp that one out tonight. We'll have a little look at that stamped. I know we did a bit of blending. If you were here for my live last week, I did 3 cards, like slightly ambitious, but did 3 cards with blending. But we might do this one with a bit of heat embossing and then chuck some colour over it. Either watercolouring or a little bit of blending just for our card for tonight. Danette says, love this one. Yeah, me too. Me too. So yeah, can't wait to see what that one looks like stamped out. That is my let's play with that. We could stamp that. The reason I kept the heart on the desk was I thought we could stamp it across the heart. Wouldn't that look cool? Stamp it across and then we can maybe blend. So that is what popped into my head. And then just finally, I won't take ages to go through this kit because many of you will have seen this already and seen it quite close up, or maybe you've watched videos with it being made. So I won't take ages to show you through this one, but I resisted and resisted, and then I resisted no more. So I decided to get the Christmas ornament kit. So my intention with these wasn't necessarily to use them just as ornaments. My intention with these was to use them in cards, and they're quite heavy for cards. But my plan was to kind of make them a gift and a card in one combination. So I was kind of thinking like an aperture in the card and then have the ornament hanging through. So someone would get the card and then they could have the ornament to hang. But these, they're collectively quite heavy, but probably you're all right with one on a card. They are, how wide are these? 4 inches and 3 inches. So probably the 3-inch ones might go better on a card. Or you could do a box with them in. Yeah, I may have to order a kit now. I just thought for some family, you know, like some, like, just ones where I want to give like a nice, like a little gift, like maybe a neighbour or a work colleague or something like that, where I want to give a little something. Rattling these around, sorry. Yeah, that's my plan. So the hoops are there. You get proper doodahs, little cones, plastic cones. They're not going to sit inside an envelope very easily, but you could create a little box for them. There's little berries to put on. So yeah, all the things which are super lovely. And they'd make nice place setting holders as well. You could maybe fasten some kind of band to this to have like it as a napkin ring holder. Sarah says, I'm doing cards in a box for family this Christmas as we're away. Yeah, nice. So yeah, leaves and circles, dimensionals, glue dots. You get the gold tartany circles and banners. So, and then these push out bits. So they're all like laser cut for you. So you don't have to do any, as with the kit. The kits are already all die cut for you. So you've got these laser cut bits to go on your wreaths. Oh yeah. Might swap the plastic pine cones for mini. Yes. Like real ones with a bit of snow, with a bit of shimmery paste on them. Oh, how nice. So yeah, I'm not going to make them up tonight, but I might pop on and do a live and just make some of these up but that would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Just to put them together. We'll just work our way through and put them together. But tonight I'm going to stamp the new background stamp. So that's what we're going to do. So let me put the kit away. Let me chuck that out the way. And oh, there's bows in there as well. I mean, if you don't love tying a bow, that's the other thing to say. I mean, like, how good's that? They're already tied for you. Ready to go. Right, let's put that away. That is safe and sound. And let's stamp out this gorgeous background. So, do like the stickers on my stamps. I mean, you can stamp them without, and I know lots of people don't bother with the stickers, but I do like the stickers on mine to see what I'm doing. So the background ones are a little bit more tricky because they're just so big. But if you're very careful with them, just gradually pop that down flat, then that will peel off and give you a nice sticker. All right, let's get a large block out. Let's get something on it. Okay. Let's do I'm so tempted to do gold, but I'm going to do black to start, I think. Jacqueline said, glad you're test driving this background. I want to see it in action. Yeah, I know. I was like, I've got to get it. I've got to see it. This block size is an F. This is the largest one that we do. So it's an F block. And it fits, it's designed for the background stamp size. So that's why we carry it. I know, Hazel, we had a curry for my mum's birthday, and we had cake, and we did presents, and so we were finished up, and my parents headed home, and I was sitting there thinking, I'm full up of lovely curry, I'm full up of cake, and I'm not sure that I'm going to move. And then I made myself move, and I thought, I know I will jump on, albeit a little bit late. Make sure I've got some birds on here, but I thought I would jump on. So, right, I've Versamark this. That's gonna then, I'm gonna use my old black powder because it's in a tub already. Nope. I will do a full background so you can see it, not just on the heart. Isn't that pretty? So delicate. Right, let me grab my tweezers. Here. So I can put that through that gap. Jeanette says, oh, I love it already. It's gorgeous, isn't it? I'm going to make sure that this is all properly glossy. There we go. It want. It is a gorgeous one, isn't it? I mean, the little bees and the colours there, gorgeous. Right, let's do a little bit of blending now. I was thinking like I'm not a dark colour person, but I was thinking like crumb cake, sepia kind of tones, maybe. Yes, Hazel, it is. So it's called Among the Swallows, and it's a background one. So the one big stamp. Among the Swallows is what it's called. So I'm going to start with some crumb cake. And then, because I think we can add this on to potentially like a crumb cake card, but I don't want to make it really, really dark. But I also had some green paper in front of me, you know, the garden green, this one. So I thought maybe some gold on green. Okay, a touch of pecan. Just keeping the light around the bird so that you really don't lose that definition. But I think we're good. And then Sarah says, "Oh no, another stamp set to add to my order." I know. Like, now I wanted to add a pop of some sort of colour. So we could add maybe like, I don't know, a bright pink, or I know that sounds a bit, or green maybe, I don't know, like something to lift it. But I was going to put it onto crumb cake or I'm not sure now. I was really like, I definitely was thinking that it was going to go really, I don't know, look, that's gone a bit too, or not dark enough. Bluebird, maybe some blue. Maybe I've gone too dark with the brown colour. I mean, the stamp's nice. Either too dark or not dark enough. Sometimes what you have in your head does not translate. But we shall persevere. Let's add some golds, because maybe we can work with Stella. Now I just feel like you can't see it. I can see it on my desk. I can see it. You can see it really well. But I think it's too dark. Shall I do another one and do it in, see, Hazel says blue. Shall I do it in a blue colour? Don't think I need to completely abandon this, but it's maybe just not for tonight. Because if we add a touch of gold or something to this, it could come up nice. And then I'm going to abandon that for now. I'm going to abandon and do something with a lighter colour. I need to think about my sepia card. It's not not as I'd imagined it in my head. Right, let me grab a piece of white. I can see the whole background image now. Now I've abandoned my brown heart. I will do something with that. It's just not immediately coming to me. Let's go gold. Or copper? Gold. Lemon lolly. Yeah, something light. I'm just, yeah, not sure. Heat this up. Oh, this is pretty in the gold. Very pretty. There we go. So, got that in the gold, which is looking lovely. Which might look better with the brown tones, but you know, it kind of, that then pops out, which could look nice as like a ray. That looks quite nice actually. Because you can have that kind of popped. If you match it up, you can have that bird matching. You can match the image up. Doesn't look too bad. Right. Let's cut that out. We got 14, so we'll maybe go 10 centimeters. Hey Judy. Right, let's grab a softer color. Let's grab some. I say softer, but let's grab blues. Let's grab blues is always a good go-to, isn't it? We could go balmy blue and then do like an ombre. I think we might end up doing an ombre, a classic. So let's do balmy blue. Just let the colour run out of the brush so that you get that soft edge. That's pretty, isn't it? We can just bring in. And then we can bring in some darker blues with the misty moonlight. And just build that colour a little bit on top. It's pretty already, isn't it? Really soft and pretty. You could take that blue a little bit higher if we wanted to. We don't have to leave quite so much white. Take that a little bit higher, and then maybe add the navy and even maybe black. We could go really dark at the bottom here. So you could always use your brayer as well, but I just like adding with the blending brush for the ombre, as you just get the softer blend of the colours. Oh, hey Kayla. I started out with this, which was a heart, and I've done the black. I don't know if you were here for that. I'm liking it. I just don't, my brain's not in gear for that today. So I've gone classic, I've gone blue, but that will stay on my desk, and I shall have a little muse. I'll have a little think about that. I'll have a little think about what I'm going to do with that. Some gold flowers on there, maybe some gold flowers down the edge, some gold something, I don't know, something needs to happen with that to give it a bit of oomph. So I reverted to golden navy, good old classic golden navy. Pretty on there. So gorgeous background, so pretty. Love this. And then we might just add a little bit of, as I say, a little bit of memento maybe down here, like just to give it some really dark colour. So I'll just add a bit of black. Over the top. It really adds that dark colour down the bottom there. And then and then what to do? What about like a big friend or something? That would be nice, wouldn't it? We can have a big friend or a happy, or like just a big word over the top. I know it's probably not or there's like the celebrate, wishing you love, there's those big words. Thinking something scripty though. This was the one I was thinking of, like to have a big fringe. On here, we could either go navy or gold on navy. Gold on navy, that could work. This could work in so many different colour combinations, and you don't necessarily have to have one big background panel. You can have small pieces of it, and like there's lots more to do with background stamps. I've gone very like obvious, I suppose, like stamp the whole background. But you could definitely cut this up into panels and use it a bit more like a DSP. I'll bust this up. So I use a Versamark and might do a second one just because that didn't look like it's that stamped better. Gold. Holly says gold as well. She's like, gold, let's go for gold. I don't think you can have enough gold. I don't think you can go too wrong with a bit of gold embossing. If in doubt, chuck some gold on it. That first one turned out okay, actually. I was a bit worried about the kind of the loop of the F there. I wasn't sure that had quite I wasn't quite sure that had enough powder on it, but it seems to have gone absolutely fine. So we can use this one. And we'll just run that through the mini machine. Do that. And well, trusty mini in. So yeah, what was I up to at the weekend? I mean, I've got my in-person retreat next Saturday. So Christmas has well and truly arrived in our house. There is Christmassy stuff everywhere ready for the retreat. So yeah, that's all in progress. And so on Friday I had my cardinal cuppa. As normal each week, and on Saturday I had my sled class, which was a lot of fun. And I also signed up. Kayla's here. I also signed up to the reindeer retreat that Kayla, Mashwari and Rochelle were running at the Stamping Lounge, and I just thought it was nice to have. With everything going on, I haven't had a chance to. I knew I wouldn't have a chance to do it at all. Well, live started at midnight, and I wasn't going to have any chance to do it over the weekend, this weekend. But post-retreat craziness, I will go back and sit and have a bit of crafting time. That is something that I have not designed, which is quite nice to do every now and again. So yeah, so looking forward to that. I had a little peek in, but I had to be good and go to bed. So we were doing swapsies. Kayla's so she can't wait to watch the sled replay. It's on her list. Yeah, so that class was jam-packed. We had 3 cards in class, and then there was a number. There was actually 4 bonus projects, which is most unusual. But I had designed some cards for a magazine for Simply Cards and Papercraft, and so I shared those as part of the class. So everyone got the bonus projects, which was a lot of fun. We're totally opposite time zones. I know, it's madness, isn't it? It's just madness. I know, late last night you're busy getting up, and it just blows my mind. Blows my mind. So there's a few of the ladies, and there's a few in particular, and like the time zones that people get up for, I'm in awe of how late they either stay up or how early they get up for various things that I offer online. So Card and a Cuppa being one of them. The time zone range and the time of day that people are up is all hours of the clock. It's crazy. But so lovely to spend time with friends from around the world. And, you know, through the power of technology, we get to do that, which is so cool. Right, let's put some, hi friend, let's put, I'm going to have some gold twine on this, doesn't it? It looks a bit, I mean, like you can see the birds. I feel like it's got a bit of a, what's it vibe? A seaside vibe. Anyone else feeling that it looks a bit underwater? We'll just swoop past that. But swoop being the swallows. It looks pretty in person. On the screen, it looks a bit more deep sea ocean. Right. Let's grab a little slither. Add a fish as well as a bird. Like the seaweed coming down here, and then you go, oh no, there's birds. I talk myself into it being a underwater theme. Right. I'm going to pop these off, and I wonder if I could cut it. Maybe if I cut it smaller. Maybe if I cut it a little bit, like to have a more focused panel. What do you reckon? I'm going to do that, and then I was going to grab some of the new gold twine, obviously. Let's have a little bit of this. And then we can, I apologise if you're trying to follow me doing those knots. I'm left-handed, and then also I do them quite quick, but if anyone would like me to show it like on slow-mo, I'm happy to do that. It's going to go on where I put the thread on that. I need some glue dots over the top just to hold that. It does look like wallpaper, like Victoria. That's exactly what it looks like, Hazel, and I love it. I love that kind of vintage feel for it. That kind of is what drew me to it, actually. yeah, I can see it being done in kind of dusky colours. Not, I go for brights, but I don't know, I was really drawn to it. There. Underwater Victorian paper, I know. Yeah. Swallows by the sea. Too funny. Someone's going to love it, aren't they? I mean, not every card can work out perfectly. It's been one of those nights, but the stamp set is gorgeous, We should put some pearls on just to make sure that we know it's ocean themed. That is funny. Funny. Right. I think I'm going to actually chop this a little bit. Let's see if we can rescue it not looking quite so underwater. Let's actually lose a little bit, because it is gorgeous, but I think maybe if I got rid of some of that, as a shame as it is, if I got rid of some of that, excuse me. Mary says, I didn't see underwater till you mentioned it. I know, now I've drawn everyone's attention to it. Right, let's get rid of that. I've done the dark blue. I think that makes it look even more ocean, doesn't it? Look, there we go. That looks a little bit less like an underwater theme. And as long as I've not cut any of the swallows tails off or wings, so I've still got one there and one whole swallow here. So as long as I don't chop them off, I'm good. Let's grab. So see, I should have just kept quiet. No one saw the underwater. It was just me. Just me that was dreaming of it. Right. I can just bring in some lighter blue, or we could go dark navy. Liza's watching and learning as well, or that is it. Might be avoiding getting ready for school. Like, no, Mum, I'm just watching this. What about some gold? We could go full on gold, couldn't we? Gold and then on to navy. Quite like that. Or onto the light blue. I think the navy. Like the gold. I like the gold. Talking of swallows, I've had a sore throat. Julia says you should keep my thoughts to myself. I should. You are quite right, Jill. I'm back to seeing swallows now. Now I've got rid of the dark blue. I hadn't gone enough. Right, let's cut that gold. This is quite what's it of gold? I've gone slightly. It's quite a lot of gold, but I'm gonna go for it. And let's put that on there. And should we do a normal base, or I mean, we could add a little bit of interest. I mean, it's not that fancy, but we could do a Z fold. So at least there is a little bit of interest with it kind of popping forward. Quite like that. That's quite nice, isn't it? Let's do that. And that means we could then maybe if I get some white, my brain starts ticking. Melissa says the stamp is gorgeous. Sold. It is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Multifunctional as well. Above land and below. Right. We could... Oh, see, I like the dark. I was thinking I could stamp the background in navy, like on the white behind as well, so that we'll do that. See, just when you thought I had finished, I've got it all covered. I know. You should probably clean your stamps of Versamark before you go adding colour to them. I don't think it does any harm to your ink, but there or thereabouts. The other way you can do these background stamps is lay the paper onto the stamp. So you can have, if you struggle with heavy blocks, lay your block, ink it up, and then place your paper on and smooth the paper. And you can get your image that way as well. So we need a white panel down here so that we can write our... have a space for writing the card. That's one part. And just... Oh, it's just dust the paper. Oh. In comes the mini trimmer to the rescue. Excuse me, I've got sniffles now. Similar, maybe a little bit more colour. That's pretty behind, isn't it? Then you can see the image, maybe a little bit more. I don't want to cover this too much because I don't want the image to disappear. But I do like the ink. There. And then maybe just all over blue and not an ocean ombre. Yes, maybe I should. Maybe I should come from the top as well. I think you're right, actually. And that's a good shout. Let's just add some blues on the edges. And then we can add some splatters. A little bit of... That's so pretty. A little bit of Wink of Stella. Got that piece as well, which is pretty. Do something with that. Right, let's glue that on. And Oh. Try not to rub that too much where I've splattered the Wink of Stella. And then we can just glue that. I'm not going to push that too flat because, again, I don't want the Wink of Stella to be splodged, but I just want to see where that's going to line up. I feel like we've rescued that. Much happier with that now. It was taking a turn, but I like how that's turned out now. There we go. So we've got the gold, got the high friend, and then you've got a space inside for writing, and you've got the same blue beautiful pattern. So you've got the repeat of the pattern in the navy with the navy blending over the side. So maybe just a few sparkles to finish. I think the druzy dots are probably a little too big, dare I say. Maybe a few of these beauties. A few of these gold. These are the adhesive backed metallic gems. These are in the annual catalogue. So you get silver, gold and copper. Thank you, Hazel. Brilliant card, super recovery. Phew, we've got rid of the bottom of the ocean, and I think we've rescued it to be just a nice blue and navy card rather than anything that it shouldn't be. So happy with that. Right. Let's put my blending brushes off the desk so that they don't get. It just says, wow, gorgeous. Love. Navy and gold is such a great combo. If you're ever like thinking, what shall I make? I always think navy and gold is a good one to play. But you could easily do that in pinks or purples or whatever colours, couldn't you? And then mix up the metallics. So you could have some silvers or coppers for some fairly straightforward cards, actually, once you've done the heat embossing. So yeah, so there you go. Simple Z fold. It does add a little bit of a wow, doesn't it, when you've got that popped forward. And I will figure out what to do with this black embossed sepia heart. I'm going to do something with it, gold flowers or something. I'm going to zhuzh it up. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but something. But thank you for sticking with me. I hope you like seeing the new products. I'm excited to play with the bundles that I got my hands on too. And I hope you have a wonderful week. I will see some of you at my in-person retreat next weekend. If you're coming, I can't wait. There will be an email out to you all very soon, just with the finer details and just reminders of things for the day. And if you're too far away and you're thinking, I'd love to go to Emma's retreat, but I can't get there, then my online retreat is taking place a few weeks later. My online retreat is taking place on the 8th. The 9th and 10th of November. So 9th and 10th of November, and it's all featuring the Golden Greenery online suite. So as I say, Christmas has well and truly arrived in my house. There is stuff everywhere, but in a good way. So yeah, looking forward to that. Can't wait to share the online retreat with those who have booked on as well. So yeah, I will take some photos of this and share it with you throughout the week, and I hope you have a good week ahead, and I will see you all soon. Thanks for joining me. Take care for now. Bye.